Hi everybody, I'm going to be sharing with you this afternoon all of the information that you need to know about the role of your energy in how things are working out for you in your life. I'm really excited to say that the response to this topic about the you in your why, that response has been fantastic, with people letting me know the questions they want answered, what they're experiencing in their life at the moment, and what's really getting in the way for them. They're noticing the thing that is blocked, and I'm sharing what is really getting in the way for them. So if you're interested in knowing what the truth is behind that saying, where the focus goes, the energy flows, it's a really commonly shared old saying, and that's what I'm going to be focused on this afternoon. I've got 2 listener questions that I'm going to be sharing, and I just want to say I'm so grateful to you for showing up here and catching me live or watching the replay, because it really makes such a difference knowing that I can be here for this live coaching and answer your questions. It's not a complicated process, and it's so grateful for you. It's so great to have you here each time when I show up. And that's something actually that I wanted to share with you. Firstly, let me know if you can hear me or see the video, because I'm going to check it on my computer as well and make sure that that you can actually see the video. That's a kind of a bit of a crucial one, isn't it? Definitely. Because I'm going to be answering 2 of the questions that I received on this topic today around the role of you and your energy in your why. And the why is kind of why you get up every day, what happens in your life, what you're experiencing. Because like I said, that old saying, where the focus goes, the energy flows, is 100% true. And there's a lot of science around why that is the case, and there's a lot of psychology around why that is the case as well, around your thoughts and your beliefs and the role that they play in your life. So I'm just checking that you can see me in the technology's working, and if you could let me know if you can, that would be absolutely hugely appreciated. Okay, so this afternoon I'm Leigh White. I'm a transformational coach and master energy healer, and I'm here to be sharing with you what makes the biggest impact in your life. No beating around the bush, no taking the long way. We want to make the biggest difference that you can to really break through, because I find that a lot of people reach out to me and get in touch with me because they want the one thing that's going to make the big difference for them, and it really is where your focus and your energy is. Absolutely. So what I'm going to start with is talking to you about some of the choices that you make. Now, 1 year ago, I made a commitment to you as the people that are following my page, and some of you are my clients, which is so exciting, and I love having you, who I know so well, here, and the people that I'm getting to know as well. I made a commitment last year. I made a big choice. It was really getting out of my comfort zone, where I said, I'm going to do 50 live videos. I'm going to be there 50 times, just showing up for you and really trying to offer you this opportunity for me to hold this space for you, where we can talk about what you are currently experiencing, and I can share the fastest way for you to get out of that problem that you're experiencing and what you need to be aware of. So I am at number 43, I think, or is it 44? It could even be 45 today. I have my little list, and I want you to know that the choices you make are always going to determine whether you're feeding energy into something that gives something back to you, or does not give something back to you. So one of the things that I can share with you about where your focus and your energy is going and how that impacts your life is, in my own journey, I in around 2006, I was very busy. I'd made a really big decision to leave my global corporate job, and I had taken the choice, led by my heart, to be available for my family, as well as starting my PR and marketing consultancy. And I did this with so much passion, and it gave me the opportunity to really do something quite different and just leave my job and create something completely new for myself. And during the time I was doing that, I didn't realize how detached I had become from knowing my value, knowing who I really was, and putting my energy in directions that were positive for me. And in 2006, I ended up experiencing a tragic loss of my brother, who I lost through suicide. And this completely stopped me in my tracks. My whole world stopped overnight. I can remember the last time I saw him, and that's where, not long after that, his life ended. And it began a process for me that turned my whole life around, where piece by piece, I went from being in a state of trauma and choosing a mission. The mission for me at that time was to do what I could to stop people from experiencing that severe type of disassociation from who they really are, and how serious the impact of that can be. And I went on to co-found a registered harm prevention charity for people bereaved by suicide. It was fantastic. But you know what was happening? I was living in that passion. And at the same time, I was committed to a belief that if I tried to grow my business and really expand that part of my life, that bad things would happen, that I would not be available for my family, that I would not be supported and have access to any kind of support to grow that and turn it into something to serve others in that way, through helping people to share their voices and talk with the media, which was a lot of what I did. And that really got in the way. So I want you to understand that where you are directing your focus and your energy is where that energy is going to flow. So the way that the brain works is you are, like, literally with your thoughts, literally pulsing this electro type of energy, which then is causing the energy around you and in your life to change. So you can say that the choices you make are where the future and your happiness is determined, and that's partly true. But because of my experience in the personal development journey and that healing after the absolutely sudden and traumatic type of loss I have had, I know the difference between working in that psychology realm and working in the realm of energy. Cesar, it is so great to have you here, and I know that you're so interested in this topic, definitely, and overcoming traumatic trauma and limiting beliefs where we think we're only able to go so far. And so that was how I was looking at my business. I was thinking, nobody is going to support me if I've got, 2 young kids and I'm trying to run this massive PR firm. And I did what I could, but what ended up happening was I ended up going to a whole other level of following my passion, where people had been asking me to serve them through mentoring and hiring and training people in their marketing area. And I ended up going completely the whole hog with that and taking what was working for me, which was the energy medicine, and bringing that together to the world through being a transformational coach. But I still have all of those media and marketing skills, and I have been inundated in the last 2 weeks with people approaching me to help them around their building that personal brand platform for them to take their own passion project or business to the world. This is probably the most exciting type of work that I do, because transformational work is amazing and energy healing in that realm is truly profound. It does make the permanent change where psychology can be limited. I'm just saying, from my experience and from what is known around how these different modalities work. And the deepest work is for me to support people on clearing those blocks to them being the fullest expression of who they really are in the world. It brings me so much delight. So there's going to be more coming here on this page about how I'm going to be launching a program very soon that is bringing a whole group of people together to be building those platforms from where they're really going to be launching their passion-based business, heart-led business, or their truest expression of themselves in the world. And today, some of the questions that people were sending me around this really big area of the role of you in relation to your life. So Cesar, you've got a question. What happens if you have your energy in 3 different parts? So can you tell me, do you mean 3 different areas of your life? Like if you're focusing your thoughts in 3 different areas, is that what you mean? I'll just wait for your answer. While I'm waiting for your answer, what I can tell you is splitting your energy is one of the most challenging things that you can do for yourself, to have split energy and not be focusing all of what you've got in a particular area, or really trying to be quite deliberate in your focus. It is going to cause issues for you. And it is the whole, it's the biggest area of the work, where I'll just make sure that your comments aren't more of them appearing. Okay, yes, so when you are experiencing split energy, so let's say you've got too much going on, okay? You only have to tell me how that feels for you when you've got too much going on. Yeah, your passion and what I think is going to give me momentum at the moment. So where you know that you're torn between your job and your passion, what is really vital there is looking at how much of your energy, and money at the moment. Oh, that's an easy one. I know what this one is because I already received this question from a different person, and we did a whole session around it. We did a one-on-one session around it, which is around money blocks. Okay, so this is not actually about your job versus passion or anything like that. It's more around the beliefs that you're holding around what it's going to take for money to just flow to you. So you're probably thinking that it's going to require a particular marketing strategy or a sales strategy or something like that. But when you think back through your life, and I'm not saying this because I know quite a bit of your money, when they have complex beliefs around what it takes to be receiving money and whether they're worthy of that and whether their passion project or business is viable and worthy. So when we know that we want it, there's a problem in relation to how we believe others perceive it. And it is linking in with our self-worth and our attachment to other people's judgment. And I find this happens a lot where people are noticing, they may even not be noticing, when people are responding and reacting to what others think of them and their work. Particularly when you're in a creative business, it is very, very tough because your work is 100% subjectively received. You know, it is dependent on people's opinions, but I want you to love yourself and your standards and your opinion so much that you begin to let go of what others think of you. Because remember, all of the cutting edge artists, everybody that is really breaking through, they cannot wait for others to say that an electrical car is a good idea. Electric, whatever. Electric car is a good idea because there was a time when they didn't exist. It very much needs to be where you are noticing that you keep getting circulating thoughts about something and you know that it must be your passion because it keeps coming up in your energy and you keep wanting to do it. And you've got to do this work around what's going on inside this money belief, because when I say to you that where the focus goes, the energy flows, that applies to where the money flows as well. Money and you is the same thing. Yes, one is cash and one is physical, but when you take that part out of it, that whole value story is linked in with your value story. And this is for everyone that's watching this. This whole thing around money and our self-worth and our value, it is your energy. You are literally a gateway, a doorway to the money that you're receiving. So that may sound like a bit of a concept, but the relationship you have with yourself, where you apply your focus, these are the things that make the difference between money flowing to you and money not flowing to you. There's a whole lot of work that I do with clients around money beliefs. It is multi-layered, but learning how to clear limiting beliefs in relation to money and your commitment to the belief that you are limited in some way, that commitment is what is going to really bring you undone. Now, make sure that if you have just joined me, you comment below, add any questions, let me know where you're watching from, because I love to know where people are watching from and do a bit of a world weather check all the time. Leigh, I've even got a t-shirt on, see, in Sydney. It's not bad today. I think we're even going to get a storm this afternoon, but I'm talking about money because money is such a big one. It can bring us so much happiness. It can enable us to make such a difference in the world. Hi, Lauren. It's great to have you here this afternoon. And when we really dive into the money stories, the relationship with ourselves, where we're directing our energy, how many limitations we have in our belief around what is possible for us versus what is our, seeing ourselves as being infinite. It requires you to unlearn so much of what you've been taught as you're coming up through the institutionalization of school and whatever the parental influences were. Going back into really seeing yourself as limitless, and that wherever you put your attention, it's going to give you, value and be an empowering experience. It requires unpacking a lot of baggage. So that was one of the questions Cesar was kind to ask today around this thing of passions and job and money and how it all works. And there's no quick answer, but the quickest answer is very much around our focus and noticing our thoughts around it and understanding that those thoughts are a lot more than just a passing blip. They have their own energy. They are a thought form, and you want those to be positive thought forms that feed your passion project, not negative thought forms that literally hang around you like a dark cloud. They are not going to help you expand on any level at all. And this journey and job, it literally is a job of self-acceptance and really knowing your value, does require daily work as you're unpacking those layers, because it's kind of like opening a can of worms. Once you get the lid off, out they come, and they're going in all directions, and you're going to be noticing more and more and more, definitely. Now, if you have any more questions around that energy of money and how it relates to your own energy, just knowing that the last thing I'm going to say on it, unless someone has any questions, is why people talk so much about your gratitude practice. So gratitude practice being noticing things that you're really grateful for that are going well in your life, and the beautiful sun that comes up and the moon that comes up, or, becomes visible. Let's stick to the facts. They're not coming up or anything. They're becoming visible. They're always there. Knowing that relationship you have with your life, this sense of gratitude for every day as a gift, and really going into that heightened state of existence is going to be very key in you being in the energy of receiving, and money is about receiving. You want to be receiving, and being open to imagining it being like air that you're breathing in and out. And when you're breathing air in and out, you are contributing to what makes more of it. So I hope this all is really exciting and interesting, different perspective for you, and let me know if you'd like to know more. I just received a question recently this afternoon about the role of you in your why, and unpacking that. What that means is literally taking the quote, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Who you are, your relationship with yourself, really has a very big impact on your ability to expand and succeed in your life. That why you're doing what you're doing. When you are doing things because you think you should, they're going to limit you. When you're doing things because you just can't resist and you love it so much and you wouldn't be doing anything else, then you're going into a much more expansive energy. Just me describing those two ways of being really illustrates how much energy is behind them. And what the question I was asked is why am I blocked from truly having fun in life? I would love to hear in the comments what you think some of the reasons might be why a person can be blocked from having fun in their life. Well, I just get a quick sip of water. Fun means different things for different people. And like I was speaking about right at the beginning of this video, the choices that we make play a really big part in who we are becoming. It's nothing to do with your talent. Talent is like 1%. It will make a difference. Dedication, showing up, the choices that you make, where you direct your energy, as in like your focus and a lot of it being your physical energy. How much you listen to your body when your body is saying, do you know, I need an early night, I need to rest, or I want to get up and go and walk by the water, whatever it might be. Listening to that and going with that is really, really key. So when a person is looking at why do they truly feel blocked around having fun, firstly, be giving some thought to what you define as fun, because sometimes we can be looking at things that we're told are fun. And as a person grows wiser through their life, which can happen at any age, they will define fun in really different ways. So when you're very young and the world's your oyster and just discovering anything, almost anything is fun. As a child, almost anything is fun. Someone tickling you is like insanely fun. Well, it's probably fun at any age. But the thing is, what you'll define as fun becomes different. And it's a little bit like a lot of things where the media and popular beliefs tell you how it should be. So the person that asked this question really needs to look at what is on their list as fun. Have they forgotten what lights them up and what would feel like fun? Because fun can be, does it make me laugh? Do I feel lighter after I've done this thing? Or do I lose track of time when I'm doing it? Because sometimes things like journaling and stuff like that can be, you can really lose track of time when you're really flowing with your writing. And then in which case that's defined as fun, but it's nothing like a social gathering, which might be a really different kind of fun. And it's interesting to explore the what about the fun. What is it that we're talking about here? And the one thing I can say for sure is going back to where your focus goes, the energy flows. When a person isn't feeling like they're having fun, are they making choices that get in the way of them being able to access having the kind of fun they want to have? So are they not making time to do this? Are they waiting? Like, let's say you love going out to dinner on a date with your partner and you are waiting for that to happen, and that's going to be your definition of fun. Crikeys, do not wait. You make the arrangements. Stop living in the dream that, you know, you've got to be swept off your feet. This is 2020. You're a woman. You probably earn your own money, and just get it happening. Definitely. It's all about creating the life you want and not letting others define it. So that's again where your definition of fun, are you defining that, or is someone else, like magazines, telling you what fun should look like? And then are you getting in the way of making that happen? Are you barking up the wrong tree around the people that are going to be involved in fun? Or is it something that you like to do in solitude? And what's getting in the way of that happening? So you may be believing, like as a busy mom or a woman who's caring for aging parents or anything like that, you may be committed to a belief that you don't have time, that your fun isn't important. And what is that saying? Now, if a friend said to you, I'm just going to work all the time, I'm going to work and sleep, I'm not going to have any fun, I don't even like my job, because, you know, for some people, speaking from experience, work is a lot of fun. And it's really important to distinguish what is draining you and what is not draining you. So where you find enjoyment, is that part of fun? It's so much of it is what you are really committed to believing around you being able to access that fun. Do you believe you don't have enough time? Do you believe you don't have enough money? What can you do to really unpack why you're so committed to those beliefs? Because I'm pretty sure it's not helping you access the kind of life you want. So be very mindful that where you focus your energy and your commitment to limiting beliefs, which are things like when you're saying I should or I could, but I can't because, and you've got stories going on there, all of that is getting in the way, and it is affecting your energy, because when you're not listening to what your heart really wants, that heart's desire, what's going on, do you think? It's like self-betrayal. It's like you're treating yourself as somebody you don't care about. So you can see a bit of a spiral going on here around a lack mentality, and there's no fun going on in the lack mentality in any way. Lack is different to discipline. Discipline is what you turn on and go to the gym with. Discipline is what you do at Christmas time to make those massive lunches that everybody makes. You show up and you get it done. And if you don't have any discipline going on in your life, there may be a whole lot of other stories going on around that. But discipline is something you switch on and off, and you make time for relaxing and having fun. And I'll just let you in on a secret. Like my commitment to my business, where I made the commitment to do 50 live coaching Q&A videos last year, and I'm at number 43 or 44 now. That is an example of discipline. But you know, another way that I do this is so much of it is around the choices that we make. And ever since before I had children, I don't know, I was busy. I was working as a brand manager, and I was at uni. I was doing heaps of things. In my diary, I would write down, go to the gym or rest time. I'm not kidding, because I'm a bit of a goer and doer of doing things. And I had to actually be disciplined about taking a break. And it's very important to recognize what kind of person you are, because you might be the other opposite, where you tend to not have a lot of momentum and you need to diarize about action steps you've got to take towards your dream, versus for me, it's more like unplugging and making time to do things that were healing and uplifting for me. And so tell me in the comments if you're somebody that needs to diarize to do less, or you need to diarize to do more. And it doesn't mean anything. There's no judgment either way. It's all just about where we direct our energy. So I hope that you've found this interesting today around some of these key questions in relation to who you are and the choices you are making, and where your energy can get very split, and that literally that's like a bucket with holes in it. There's just, you're losing all your energy. It's going in all the different directions. It's not being funneled in the passion project or the thing that feels like your soul's calling that you came here to do. So if you have any more questions, please let me know in the comments. And otherwise, I will look forward to catching you here on this page again next week. So I want you to know that I'm so grateful to you for showing up here and being a part of this community. I appreciate you and all of the sharing that we do here. And I look forward to seeing you expanding through all that we're sharing and you're learning here on this page. And I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.